You definitely like the car.
Yeah.
You're sold on it.
He's like, this is like luxurious.
He's enjoying. Look at how he's just standing and chilling, man.
He wants to say something.
What Hat Dog is saying today is. And adorable Hat Dog and Average Joe present
a 2020 INFINITI QX60 Pro-Activ. Let's find out in today's episode if it's better than an MDX Elite. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button
and subscribe
and comment.
Share it with your family, share with your friends, and as always, we thank you for your time. Hackman is freezing me to death, ladies and gentlemen, so before I completely wither away, Hackman, why don't we go out for a quick spin and you give me your thoughts on exactly how the car behaves.
3.5 liter.
Yep.
V6.
Yep.
295 horsepower.
Yep.
270 pound-feet of torque.
Yep.
Made it to a CVT transmission.
You got it. What did you think, your initial impressions of how this car accelerates?
CVT is something that I'm not used to.
Right.
So once it kicks down,
yeah,
it just seems like it's in one gear.
Hackman.
Yes, sir.
First impressions, man.
First impressions, smooth drive.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I want in a car like this.
A very interesting fact is that once it crosses 80 or 90,
yeah,
it does not stop.
The people who are buying this or the demographic that it caters to,
yeah,
that's the speed that they need.
Yeah.
Instead of 0 to 60, because they're not buying this car for 0 to 60.
Hell no. Right? Highway driving, long distances.
Yeah, and when you need to overtake,
that's where this car really excels and comes into its own pretty much.
Yeah. The steering is effortless. Like, you can actually maneuver it with one finger if you like.
That's fantastic.
And it does a good job. I'm not buying this car for its handling characteristics.
Right, absolutely.
I am buying this car so that my family can go from point A to B in comfort.
Absolutely.
Come back in comfort.
Yeah. Hackman, we're looking at the exterior styling of the car.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I think INFINITI stayed very true to the styling.
Okay.
And that's not a bad thing in my opinion. It
Fair
kind
enough.
of looks like an enlarged version of a Q50.
Yeah, I can see that.
We're already talking about the Acura MDX.
Yeah.
I do think it beats the Acura MDX when it comes to the looks.
Yeah.
Again, it's very subjective.
It's a very subjective thing. Absolutely.
They have their own opinion.
Absolutely.
But I personally think it looks better than the Acura MDX.
And Hackman, I don't usually like agreeing with you on this, but he's bang on the money, folks. Hackman, what do you think about the interior of the QX60?
The QX60, it's more like a Nissan Armada from 2017.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a 2020 cabin.
Right.
But that's just the layout.
Okay.
When I'm sitting in the seats, when I'm driving, it's a very comfortable cabin.
Yep.
And the sound insulation is very good on it.
That's a great point.
And that is something most buyers would be looking at. INFINITI is a step above. So,
and to what you said, Hackman, not a bad thing if you were in the year 2010.
Yes.
Or max 2015. Okay?
Exactly.
You're pushing this right now, this cabin.
Yep.
And I feel like this cabin is looking dated right now, no?
Yeah. Acura MDX, the tech on it and the interior,
the cockpit looks,
it just blows us away.
The cockpit just looks so much better.
Exactly. I mean, it looks the part.
Hackman knows we can talk about the outside exterior aesthetics of the car, which I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
But when you sit inside, and guess what, as daily drivers, we are sitting inside, not outside.
You need it, but why?
For sure it is. I think it's a much better third row for up to teenagers, for example. That is your target audience at max. But I think in terms of the third row seating and space, I think it defeats a lot of its main competitors, which I think is very, very compelling if you think about this being a family's car.
And since our review is based on comparing it to the MDX Elite,
Yeah.
the MDX I think is one of the smallest
Yes,
third row
yeah.
seating.
Absolutely.
So it does have enough that you can have your teenage son or daughter like
Yeah.
easily sit there and
Exactly.
play on their phone.
Yep, I 100% agree with you on that.
The comfort in the car overall. You have your seats
Yeah,
that are very comfortable paired with a very comfortable suspension.
right.
So I just think like it pairs that really well on long road trips or
Absolutely,
highway or
yeah.
whatever you're doing.
Absolutely.
It does it well.
And for a naturally aspirated engine, I feel like on the highway you'll never have problems, like accelerating and overtaking other cars, for example, which honestly is always a concern when it's your family on a highway.
You had mentioned that this car does not take premium gas. You can put regular gas.
Oh yeah, that's a great point, by the way. That is correct. And I think for people who are very conscious about fuel savings right now, this is one of the pluses of this QX60.
Exactly.
That it's not mandatory for you to put in premium fuel, otherwise your warranty may be void. So for all those people, huge plus. Lack of a heads-up display in the year 2020 by Infiniti, which is a luxury brand, was just unbelievable. Cardinal sins, I guess, Hackman, is they didn't give me any Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
And that
Can you
is-
believe that?
That is something I don't get because
2020.
Android Auto and Apple CarPlay have been in cars since what, 2016, I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
cardinal sin number 2, they didn't give me an Android Auto or an Apple CarPlay in the year 2020. If you look at your comfort for your thigh support and especially leg support, you don't have any extended support for especially for taller people, by the way, unlike any of the other luxury arms of other brands, for example, which I feel like it should be there. This infotainment system screen is so dated. It's barely 7 inches, even if it's that.
Yeah.
And you used it. How clunky was the interface?
It is probably one of the worst things in this car, paired with their outdated
The
Nissan,
knobs, the Nissan knobs, exactly.
Yeah, Nissan buttons layout.
They're not satisfying, Hackman, are they?
Not at all.
This 3-row SUV is primarily geared towards a family.
It is, and
that would be a young family which wants its screen time.
yes, and I think the kids would have a great time in the back, especially because you have the DVD player and everything on here.
Yeah.
So you can have lots of fun
Yeah.
without the kids harassing you throughout a long drive.
So parents, you will have a great time if you buy the car with the screens.
Exactly, and your kids will have a great time too, because that's what the generation is geared for today. These days,
Yeah, absolutely.
They're used to that, right?
You won't see single guys driving this. You know it. I know it.
Well, that does it for today's episode.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next week.
And would you
Hackman, Hackdog,
and Average Joe signing out.